Today's headline has left the country talking. President Ramaphosa breaks silence on the controversial entry of Palestinian nationals into South Africa. Hello, welcome back to the channel. This is a video and picture news about President Ramaphosa finally addressing the controversy surrounding the arrival of Palestinian nationals in South Africa. Make sure you watch until the end to see the sources so you can verify the news yourself. Earlier this week, the situation became the center of national debate after reports emerged that a group of Palestinian nationals had entered South Africa under circumstances that many critics described as irregular and controversial. The reports prompted a flurry of reactions from politicians, residents, and media outlets with questions about legality, safety, and the broader implications for immigration policy in the country. President Ramaphosa responded in a public statement saying that the matter is being carefully investigated and that the government is committed to following the law while ensuring the safety and rights of all people in South Africa. The president acknowledged the concerns raised by citizens and emphasized that the country's immigration system is under scrutiny to prevent such situations from recurring. The controversy began when social media posts and news reports highlighted the arrival of Palestinian nationals who were allegedly granted entry without the usual immigration procedures. Many South Africans expressed outrage on social media with hashtags trending about the legality and transparency of the government's actions. Residents in affected communities voiced concerns about potential security risks, strain on local services, and the need for clear communication from authorities. Ramaphosa addressed these concerns by stating that the government is reviewing the circumstances surrounding their entry and that responsible departments are being instructed to ensure full compliance with South African immigration laws. The president reassured the public that no shortcuts will be tolerated and that accountability is a priority in all matters of national security and migration. Critics have pointed out that the lack of early communication on this matter has contributed to mistrust and speculation. Some opposition politicians accused the government of being opaque, while others called for urgent parliamentary oversight to clarify how these nationals were permitted entry and under what conditions. This debate has intensified tensions between government officials and citizens seeking answers. On the ground, residents have mixed reactions. Some welcome the humanitarian aspect of allowing people in need to enter South Africa, while others stress that processes and regulations must be followed strictly to maintain public trust and safety. Communities in major urban centers are particularly attentive to the developments because of the implications for housing, employment, and local services. Experts in immigration law have noted that this situation highlights broader challenges in managing borders and ensuring transparency while balancing humanitarian considerations. The South African system has historically faced pressures from irregular migration and asylum requests, and the arrival of these nationals has reignited discussions about the adequacy of current policies and enforcement mechanisms. Ramaphosa's intervention comes at a critical time when the government is under scrutiny for its handling of migration and border control. He emphasized that the situation will be addressed responsibly, that there will be no compromise on security, and that the law applies to all entrants without exception. The statement aims to calm public concern while asserting the administration's authority to manage the country's borders effectively. The president also stressed that South Africa remains committed to international obligations, including providing protection for people fleeing conflict, while also ensuring that immigration protocols are respected. He indicated that all relevant departments will be reporting on the matter and that steps will be taken to prevent confusion or mismanagement in the future. The political implications of this controversy are significant. Ramaphosa's response is being seen as an attempt to restore confidence in government processes while addressing public unease. The administration needs to strike a delicate balance between humanitarian responsibility, security, and the expectations of citizens who demand transparency and accountability in governance. For citizens and observers, the situation is a reminder of the challenges faced by governments in an interconnected world where migration, security, and public opinion intersect. The question of how to manage entry into South Africa responsibly and lawfully without creating public alarm is central to the ongoing debate. As developments continue, it is important to monitor how the government enforces its immigration laws, how affected communities respond, and what measures are implemented to ensure both safety and legal compliance. The outcomes will influence public perception of governance and may set precedents for how similar situations are handled in the future. For viewers watching this channel, please subscribe and click the notification bell so you do not miss follow-up coverage. This channel provides realistic and fact-checked news updates from South Africa, keeping residents informed about developments in their cities and communities. To end on a lighter note, it is somewhat amusing to imagine officials running around trying to explain the situation while the public debates and social media goes into overdrive. It is serious business, but also reminds us that sometimes the theater of politics is just as much about perception as it is about policy. All images used in this video are for illustration purposes only. Sources for this news include reporting by IOL News, eyewitness news coverage of the arrival of Palestinian nationals, and official statements from the Office of the President of South Africa.